Beloved soul, before your thoughts react to the intensity of these words, take a slow breath and allow your heart to settle, because what you are feeling right now is not meant to create fear, it is meant to bring your full attention into this moment. When you read phrases like urgent or one choice decides everything, your mind naturally moves toward pressure, as if something could go wrong if you do not act immediately. But your life is not built on fear-based decisions. True alignment is never forced through panic. This message is not here to push you into anxiety, it is here to guide you into awareness, into a space where you can see clearly and choose wisely. Archangel Michael's voice in this message is not about control, it is about clarity and strength. There have been moments in your life where you already knew what needed to be done, but you hesitated. Not because you were weak, but because you were still preparing, still learning, still building confidence. You may have delayed decisions, stayed in situations longer than necessary, or waited for perfect certainty before moving forward. But something inside you has changed now. You are more aware. You can feel the difference between what aligns with you and what does not. That awareness is what this message is calling you toward. The idea that one choice decides everything is not about fear of making a mistake, it is about recognizing the power of your decisions. Every meaningful change in your life has come from a moment where you chose differently than before. You chose to move forward instead of staying still. You chose to trust yourself instead of doubting. You chose growth over comfort. These choices did not destroy anything, they created progress. The message is reminding you that you are standing at another such moment, where your decision can move you closer to what aligns with your growth. You may already know what this choice is about. It could be something you have been thinking about for a while. A decision you have been delaying. A step you have been considering but not taking. The urgency you feel is not external pressure, it is internal readiness. It is the realization that you no longer need to wait. You have learned enough. You have grown enough. You are capable of handling what comes next. That is why this moment feels different. It is not forcing you, it is inviting you to act with clarity. At the same time, this message is not asking you to rush without thinking. It is asking you to be present. When you are present, you can see clearly. You can understand your options without confusion. You can choose based on awareness instead of fear. That is the difference between reacting and responding. When you respond with clarity, your decisions become stronger, and your path becomes more aligned. As you sit with this message, notice how the initial intensity begins to soften into calm understanding. That calm is your confirmation. You are not being pushed into something uncertain. You are being guided toward something you are already prepared for. The choice in front of you is not about avoiding something negative, it is about moving toward something better. And when you make that choice from a place of clarity, it will not feel like pressure, it will feel like progress. Beloved soul, as you continue to stay with this message, you may begin to feel that what first appeared as urgency is now becoming clarity, because the true purpose of this moment is not to rush you, but to bring your awareness fully into alignment with a decision you already sense within yourself. There are times in life when we stand at a quiet turning point, where nothing dramatic has happened yet, but something inside us knows that a shift is necessary. This is that moment. The message is not telling you that something will be taken away if you do not act, it is showing you that you are now ready to act without fear. Think about the decisions you have been carrying in your mind recently. The thoughts that keep returning. The ideas that feel important but unfinished. The situations where you know something needs to change, even if you have not yet taken the step. These are not random thoughts. They are signals of readiness. When the message says one choice decides your path, it is not about a single moment controlling everything, it is about recognizing that your direction changes when your decisions change. The path you are on is shaped by what you choose to do next, not by what you fear might happen. You have already experienced this before. There were moments in your life when you chose to move forward despite uncertainty, and those choices led to growth. There were times when you stepped out of comfort, and that step created new opportunities. At the same time, there were moments when hesitation kept you in the same place longer than necessary. You stayed not because you wanted to, but because you were unsure. This message is helping you see that difference clearly. It is showing you that the power has always been in your decisions. Archangel Michael's presence here represents strength and protection, not pressure. It is the reminder that you are capable of making decisions that support your growth. You are not fragile. You are not unprepared. You have built enough awareness to understand what aligns with you. The choice in front of you is not hidden. It may not be easy, but it is clear. And clarity is what matters most. You may begin to notice that your hesitation is starting to feel lighter. The same doubts that once felt heavy are no longer as strong. This is because your confidence has grown, even if quietly. You trust yourself more than before. You understand your priorities better than before. You are less influenced by distraction and more focused on what truly matters. This shift is important because it allows you to move forward without needing everything to be perfect. At the same time, remain grounded in how you approach this decision. There is no need to rush blindly. Urgency here is about awareness, not speed. Take a moment to reflect clearly. What choice aligns with your growth? What direction supports the person you are becoming? When you ask yourself these questions honestly, the answer becomes simpler. You do not need to overcomplicate it. You already know more than you think. As you sit with this part of the message, feel the calm replacing the initial intensity. That calm is where your clarity lives. You are not being pushed into something uncertain. You are being guided towards something that matches your readiness. The decision in front of you is not about avoiding something negative, it is about stepping into something that aligns with your growth. And when you choose from that place, your path begins to shift naturally, not through force, but through alignment. Beloved soul, as you continue deeper into this message, something important begins to settle within you, because what once felt like urgency is now becoming a quiet sense of certainty. You are starting to realize that this moment is not about pressure, it is about recognition. There are points in life where everything you have been learning, feeling, and understanding comes together into a single awareness. You cannot stay the same anymore. You may not have said it out loud, but you have felt it. The way you think has changed. The way you see your future has changed. The way you respond to situations has changed. And when that kind of internal shift happens, it naturally leads to a decision that moves you forward. You may begin to notice that the choice in front of you is not new. It has been present for some time, quietly waiting for you to fully accept it. Perhaps you have gone back and forth in your mind, weighing options, considering outcomes, trying to find the perfect moment to act. But now something feels different. The uncertainty is not as strong as it used to be. The hesitation is not as heavy. Instead, there is a growing clarity, a sense that you already know what aligns with you. That clarity is what this message is guiding you toward. The idea that one choice decides your path becomes clearer here. It is not about a single decision controlling your entire future, it is about the direction you choose to move in. When you choose growth, your path begins to open in ways that were not visible before. When you choose comfort over progress, your path remains the same. This is not about right or wrong, it is about alignment. The more your choices align with who you are becoming, the more your life begins to reflect that growth. You have already developed the ability to recognize what feels right for you. You may not have all the answers, but you have enough awareness to take the next step. And that is all that is required. Progress does not come from having everything figured out, it comes from moving forward with what you already understand. The strength you have built through your experiences is now supporting you. You are no longer the person who needed constant reassurance. You are becoming someone who can trust their own direction. At the same time, you may feel a sense of calm replacing the earlier intensity. That calm is important. It means you are no longer reacting emotionally, you are understanding clearly. When you act from this place, your decisions become more effective. You are not rushing, you are choosing. And there is a difference. Choosing with awareness creates stability. It creates progress that lasts. You may also notice that the fear of making a mistake is fading. This is because you now understand that even if things do not go exactly as planned, you have the ability to adjust and continue moving forward. That confidence changes everything. It removes the need for perfection and replaces it with willingness to act. And that willingness is what allows your path to evolve. As this part settles within you, recognize that you are not being pushed into something unfamiliar. You are being guided towards something that matches the person you have become. The choice in front of you is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to move you forward. And as you begin to accept that, you will see that what once felt like pressure was simply the moment where your readiness became impossible to ignore. Beloved soul, as this message reaches its final depth, everything that once felt intense now becomes calm, clear, and steady, because what you are truly experiencing is not pressure, it is alignment revealing itself fully within you. The idea that one choice decides your path is no longer something that creates urgency, it is something that creates awareness. You are beginning to understand that your life does not change randomly, it changes through the decisions you make when you are clear, present, and ready. And right now, you are standing in that space of readiness. You have moved through a phase where you questioned yourself, where you doubted your direction, where you waited for certainty before taking action. But that phase has done its work. You have learned from it. You have grown through it. You have developed awareness that is stronger than hesitation. You are no longer the same person who needed everything to be perfect before moving forward. You are now someone who understands that progress comes from aligned action, not from waiting endlessly. This realization is what makes this moment different from all the ones before. There is a sense of completion here, not of your journey, but of a stage within it. You have completed the lessons attached to your previous way of thinking. The patterns that once kept you stuck are no longer as strong. The doubts that once controlled your decisions are no longer as convincing. You have reached a point where you can see your situation clearly without being overwhelmed by it. And when you can see clearly, you can choose clearly. That is the power of this moment. The choice in front of you is not something you need to search for. It is something you already recognize. It may be a step you have been considering, a decision you have been delaying, or a change you have been feeling ready for but have not yet acted on. The message is not asking you to rush into it, it is reminding you that you no longer need to hold yourself back. You have enough clarity to move forward. You have enough strength to handle what comes next. You have enough awareness to know what aligns with your growth. You may also notice how calm you feel now compared to the beginning of this message. That calm is your confirmation. It means you are no longer reacting to urgency, you are responding to understanding. When you act from this place, your decisions become stronger and more stable. You are not choosing out of fear, you are choosing out of clarity. And when your choices come from clarity, your path begins to shift naturally in a way that supports your growth. As you move forward from this point, remember that your power is in your awareness and your willingness to act on it. You do not need to wait for another sign. You do not need to question yourself endlessly. You already know what direction feels right. Trust that. Move with that. Allow your actions to reflect the growth you have already achieved. As this message closes, let it leave you with a sense of calm confidence. You are not being rushed. You are being aligned. The decision you make from this point forward will not come from pressure, it will come from understanding. And that is what will shape your path in a meaningful and lasting way. Comment, "I choose clarity," if this resonated. Like and subscribe for more.